Hi, it's Andy Robinson again, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Tamiya Rookie Rabbit. And this was a buggy from the very end of 1991 and early 1992, so it was released for the 1992 catalogue. And this buggy is a bit of a rarity. Some of you might not be overly familiar with it, but this is the predecessor to the Tamiya Fighter Buggy RX, which was the first chassis given the DT01 name. Right, but anyway, the Rookie Rabbit, as you can see here, it looks pretty much similar to an RX Fighter buggy, apart from the buggy body itself, wheels, tyres, things like this. But this was a Japanese model. I think it was only released in Japan and maybe a few other countries. You couldn't get it over in the UK. But it was a race-ready buggy, that's what it stood for, ready to run. And it was also Tamiya's first foray into making a complete ready-to-run buggy. So anyway, let's take a closer look. Now, this is my Rookie Rabbit that I've recently been racing at Blackpool Fylde Radio Control Car Club. I've been racing this in vintage class. So it's pretty cool. I like running this one. Let's take a closer look anyway. So here is the buggy itself. It's oops, I'll throw it on the floor. It's pretty original, this one. I got this from a friend of mine called Mark Bray, who had it for a while and decided he no longer wanted it, and I had to have it. I snapped it up, and yeah, really pleased with this. Now, since I've had it, I've done a couple of things to it, but nothing major. It came in its original box, as you can see, and I can never remember it off the top of my head, but this was kit number. I'm going to have to go and find it now. Let's have a look. It's on the instructions there. 57501. Okay, most of the Tamiya kits, or the mainstream kits, start with like a 58 number, but this is 57501. Okay, so yeah, it came with its original box. It did come with a controller, but it sadly wasn't the original one. Mark never got the original one with it either. But, so let's have a look here. It does come with its original instruction manual. It's not a build manual with this being ready to run, but it is its manual for it. And also in here, there are some original decals left as well. So that's pretty cool. There you go. And you've got the original CPR unit, which is a P60N, and again, that included the like the speed control and the receiver in it, and also the steering servo plugs directly into it as well. Okay, and the other bits that are sort of lying around are the original 540 Johnson motor that came with it. The original plastic pogo shocks, which for the Rookie Rabbit are a dark grey colour. No, these shocks weren't ever used on any other buggy in that colour, though they were like used on reds and blues and yellows and various things on other Tamiya kits. What else we got? We've got the original black gear casing and battery retaining halves, and here, this is cool. I wish this would fit on. This is the plastic cover that, if you take the body off, which I will in a minute, if you look at that there, that had, I'll show you better. I'll take this shell off here, you see, this mount here, if I had it built properly, it would sit on top of there and it'd protect all the electrics. Obviously the CPR unit would stick out here, and the on and off switch. And then you've got the steering servo there, which you can loosely see that's roughly where it's meant to go, and the wires would come out there, and it just finishes everything off and keeps the buggy nice and tidy. So that's cool, that I like that. But if you're like me and you like to race your buggies, which I do, and even this is quite a rare buggy in general, I still wanted to race it. So I had to change all the electrics out basically, and if you do that, you can't run, you can't keep the plastic cover because the steering servo now sits higher up with the servo horn, so it has to come off. So we've done that, and also as well, just to make this a little bit different, the fact I really like Tamiya clear gearboxes. You might have seen from my other video on the Super Fighter G Mark 1. I put on the clear gearbox, and this came off an actual DT01 Mad Fighter. Some of those early Mad Fighters had the clear gearbox case, and it also would have had the coloured gears, but I didn't want the coloured gears on this, so I took them out and put the original Rookie Rabbit gears inside. But there you go, I thought it was pretty cool. I like that, and also I put on some Tamiya CVA oil shocks off a DT03, basically, just to make the shocks work a little better. Also as well, turn this vehicle on its side there, you can see the wheels. These are the same wheels that you'd get on the Fighter Buggy RX and the Mad Fighter, except they would be either yellow or red. These again are in a very dark grey that match the friction shocks, and again not put on, not released on any other of the Tamiya buggy, so again really hard to get hold of. So also, as I believe on this particular buggy, the body shell is an original Rookie Rabbit, and I can show you that here. Turn the body around. You can see that. I can hold it a bit closer for you. You can actually see it. Rookie Rabbit, made in Japan, 1991, Tamiya. Okay, so that's an original Rookie Rabbit body, and I don't know if you'll see it in here, but we'll try. If you look carefully in the chassis, I don't think we're going to see it. The actual chassis as well does say Rookie Rabbit as well, but you can't see it clearly enough, which is a shame. But you know, if you couldn't get genuine Rookie Rabbit parts, you can make a replica or restore on with Fighter Buggy RX parts. But even the actual body shells, even for a Fighter Buggy, are getting quite scarce now, which is a shame. So anyway, when I was running this, I kept all the original parts I took off the car, and I don't run this body shell for racing. I use this one, which I'll put on there for you. For the exact reason that happened, I took some damage on this while racing it. Now this is a Fighter Buggy RX body, and it's got MCI reproduction decals, and when I ordered them I just altered the colour scheme slightly. As you can see, if I put that body, the original body next to it, you can see there's just a slight differences with the pink, yellow and reds, but other than that they're the same. So there we go, pretty cool. That's a Tamiya Rookie Rabbit, and again, as I said earlier on, it's Tamiya's first foray into a ready race model that you could just charge the batteries up, put them in and drive the car. And it is also the very first of the DT01 chassis cars, or the whole DT range in fact. Of course, but if you look on any of the box there, or the manual itself or anything like that, there's no mention of DT01. That only happened on the Fighter Buggy RX, which came out in about 1996, so it's about 5 or so years later after this was initially released. Anyway, so that's the Rookie Rabbit Tamiya, I'll just double check, 57501. So there you go, it's quite a unique buggy. If you've liked the video, please give us a like and subscribe, and I shall see you soon on the next one. Thank you very much.